What's up, YouTube? YuGiOhTube here with yet another market watch. This is the Vintage Values. Is it number 8 already? If I'm wrong, excuse me. Nonetheless, it's in the title. And thank you all for watching my videos. I just wanted to preface it by saying, and if I help you in any way, if I give you that information that you like, feel free to visit my Instagram, check out my eBay, or, of course, look at the Patreon down below as well. These are free videos trying to educate the public on really what's going on in the market, at least in the old school stuff. And good news for you, if you're investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! On the old stuff, if you have invested, at least in the past year or 2 years ago, you are golden. So we're going to go and try and make this actually, if you are still listening here and you're not just advancing over the video, we're going to try and make it a little bit different. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to go over the first few sets non-GX era. Okay, I'm going to have a separate video that I'm going to post, I don't know, in a few days or whatever, with just sealed product, and another separate video with GX product, and I'm going to throw in Retro Pack and all that other good stuff, Dark Revelation in those videos. Maybe I'll put it in this one on the whim, but nonetheless, let's do it. Alright, so let's take a look here. Market has exploded, and you know what we're going to do, actually? We're going to start with Blue Eyes White Dragon PSA. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on here? PSA 10, Blue Eyes White Dragon. We have to start with this. You know, we've got to start with the DDS Blue Eyes White Dragon. I wasn't as high on it as I was with the LOB, but nonetheless, look at these sales, folks. Look at the sales. I mean, we're looking at $1,679 bid, $2,000, $1,800, and 9.5 sold for $960 in May 31st. But since then, well, look at these sales. Unprecedented sales. June and July, we've had how many sales? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different sales. And you know what? We're gonna just look at this too. We're gonna see what we got here. This is the set of 3, the DDS cards. I don't know if we actually covered this in the last video, but nonetheless, DDS Blue Eyes has exploded in the last few months, as people know. 2,800 for the set of 3. Wow. All right, DDS explosion. Has LOB exploded as well? Well, I think so. Let's take a look here at the LOB Blue Eyes. It's Blue Eyes Madness here. All right, 001. Okay, that's... All right, so we haven't had a PSA 10 sale, but interestingly enough, we have had some PSA 9 sales. Okay, and if you look here, 955 on May 2nd. You know, people might say, is that real? Is that official? Well, apparently it is. Okay, so let's see what... Oops. Let's see what we got here. Watch count... No, I don't want Walmart. I want watchcount.com. Alright, so let's see. $800 on that one. $800. Let's check this one. This is PSA 9, folks. Alright, PSA 9, $700. And let's check. Is there any more that I missed? It's the 800. And that was the 955. And just for the record, you know, let's go back to DDS Blue Eyes. Because the PSA 9 DDS Blue Eyes... we're not seeing much PSA DDS. Let's just do this one. PSA 2, good. I mean, it's still bringing in money. I mean, I'm not going to check what that sold for because the video would be way too long if I did. But, I mean, it's still bringing in some money. A PSA 2, they want $250. I mean, that's pretty impressive, nonetheless. A PSA 6 was even selling, okay? DDS is on fire. LOB is on fire. Anything. PSA 1. They want $300 for, and $849. 16 watchers on this one, guys, for a PSA 8. So that's unbelievable. We're seeing some massive growth here. $19,999, $2,000 for the only 10. That's the cheapest on the market. Wow. SDK. Oops. SDK is also on the rise here. Let's look at the PSA SDK. The only one up there, they want $19,999, obviously $2,000. They're not going to get it. Now, if we go to sold listings, here is a first edition PSA 10. A 9 sold on June 30th for $405. A 9. A 9. That's way up from what it was. I mean, let's be honest. Let's take a look here at what we got. So this one just sold at a price of $850. SDK is up to $850. DDS is up to about $1,800. Alright, if not more. LOB, we don't know what that's at because we haven't even seen a sale. Okay, and as we look, you're not going to, again, you're not going to see the LOB Blue Eyes. The only ones you see are 9s that have sold, and Asian English, and whatever it might be. Now, this one was unlimited, so I'm not even going to bother checking that. But, I mean, PSA 8, 15 watchers at $850, your best offer. PSA 9, a straight buy it now at $1270, 12 watchers on it. So, as you could see, you know, the only PSA 10s, you know, these are all PSA 7s, unlimited, no one really cares. The only real PSA 10s, I mean, you're looking, I mean, the only ones they're asking are about 3,000. I don't think they're worth that, but, and this is second print, guys. We haven't seen a first print one. What would a first print PSA 10 Blue Eyes LOB go for? Put it in the comments below. Let's see what you guys think, because right now, all Blue Eyes White Dragons exploded. Absolutely exploded. So even this, okay, let's take a look at the Japanese OCG cards on the rise. Blue Eyes White Dragon, PSA 10, from Spell of Mask, the ultimate rare. Just look at the beauty. I mean, that's all you need to see here. A beautiful specimen of Blue Eyes. Honestly, I think it's the best looking one. So let's see. And I have none of them, and I need more. I need at least one. I would love to have a playset. $700 for a PSA 10. I remember when these things were mint raw condition. Selling for around $200 not long ago, maybe 6 to 8 months ago. $200 mint condition. And now you're seeing $700 for a PSA 10 Spell of Mask Blue Eyes White Dragon. What an increase. Unbelievable. I remember seeing one of these for about $400 to $450 not long ago. So we have seen a massive spike. And not only that, dual monsters. Alright, let's check this one. It's Blue Eyes Mania here. This is almost, let's see, dual monsters. I wish I could find, here's another one. I wish I could find, here's a PSA 10 Bandai Blue Eyes White Dragon, $400, basically $375. Okay, it is quite phenomenal what some of this stuff is going for. Let's just search Blue Eyes PSA. Let's go to price highest first. And obviously, I mean, no one really knows the true price. And someone said, well, PSA 10 sold for $3,000 here of a LOB. I don't know if it's legit. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't say it is or it isn't. You know, that's the best analysis I can put on it. So let's see if we can find... Here it is. PSA 10 Monster Capsule Breed Battle, which some people like to say is dual monsters. $660 PSA 10. Any Blue Eyes White Dragon right now, absolutely super, super hot. Okay. So very, very crazy what's going on here. Here's a... What is this one? Now, is this a Spell of Mask, or is this a Sword of Kaiba? Which is weird, because here it is, the Spell of Mask Ultimate Rare, which sold for, as I said, $700. But I don't know, maybe that, you know, kind of turned people off. Let's take a look at the item description. If it ever loads, here it is. To me, well, now it's showing in an Asian English SDK. So that was probably just an Asian English SDK, which is why you're seeing the $400 on it. Okay, now, Blue Eyes, everything is hot, 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 scorching hot right now. Any Blue Eyes you have, you're golden. So let's take a look here. Let's look a little bit further. Let's delve a little bit deeper into LOB. Okay, LOB first, PSA. We're seeing some big prices. Even commons were getting bids, guys. Anything LOB, as I preach and preach and preach, and people say I love to preach about LOB, but let's be honest, it's the first set, it's LOB. People are going to want this stuff, whether it's first or second print. You see the box price of the stuff, you're going to have these massive increases in card single prices, which I think I'm going to do a box video, which basically the sealed box prices of every set, a nice market watch and my analysis on that coming up, maybe in a separate video as well. So, nonetheless, I mean, let's look at this. You're seeing LOB PSA 9 Celtic Guardians. All right, let's see what we can do here. PSA 9, $70 for a PSA 9 Celtic Guardian. This is absolute insanity. It looks like a second print run as well, so it's not even the first print run, which makes it even crazier to think about. Asian English, I just hate, let me just get rid of the Asian English part of it. So let's just see the North American English. Okay, so here's the July 23rd sale. Okay. Alright, that didn't sell. The guy relisted it. Great. Misprint. Alright, and another card that's been on absolute fire. Tri-Horn Dragon, guys. Tri-Horn Dragon. Massive increases. If you have held on to any old Yu-Gi-Oh! $800. 5 views. $800. It took 5 views for this thing to sell for an offer of $800. First edition, first run, Tri-Horn Dragon, almost $1,000. Unbelievable. PSA 8, Red Eyes, almost $400 now. Even packs are selling. Guy of the Fierce Knight is probably closing in on 500. Flame Swordsman, PSA 9, 170 shipped. PSA 9. I can't believe it. This was pretty cool. It had all the rares in it. Let's just take a look at that for, you know, because that's a cool listing. It has every rare from LOB, all first edition. And let's just see for kicks what that sold for, because $1,400. That's, you know, that's a lot of money for just rares, you know, guys. I mean, PSA, LOB, anything LOB on fire. Here's Guy of the Dragon Champion. That card is actually gaining momentum now because it's very tough to find first edition LOB Guy of the Dragon Champions in good condition these days, guys. So keep that in mind. There's more Tri-Horns out there. A PSA 9 first edition Red Eyes at $600. It's crazy. PSA 10 Dark Hole. I mean, this is, you know, one of the more least coveted supers of the set. So let's take a look. I mean, aside from Mystical, that's a $100 card. $100 card. PSA 9s. Now, these are good prices. A June 30th PSA 9 Exodia. Now, if it's not Asian English, and it looks to be first edition, that's a good price. $255 for an Exodia head. You know, that's an LOB Pot of Greed. $90. $90. I mean, this could just be an LOB video, but no. You guys will get more than this. You guys will get a lot more in this video. Pot of Greed, PSA 9, $90. Not even a PSA 10. Not even a PSA 10. Maneater Bug, PSA 9, how about 76? I mean, these aren't even gem mints. PSA 8. Now we're going way back into June here. But, hey, the last Market Watch was a long time ago, wasn't it? Flame Swordsman has been very hot lately. Very, very, very hot. Anything LOB has been scorching. So let's see, like, what we got here. There's a PSA 10 Pot of Greed, so we'll see. I mean, I find it hard to believe it sold for $90. I mean, I don't see why. And here's a PSA 10 Celtic Guardian. This looks, just based on the discoloration, I guess, the lighter picture, could it be some damage? Yes, but could it be first print? Yeah. So we're seeing bids up to $90 with 6 days left on Celtic Guardian, everybody. Celtic Guardian. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we have a secret rare PSA 9 Tri-Horn going off. Let's see if we got anything else. Nothing too much. Monster Reborn is still up there as well. I mean, Gem Mint set for $35,000, everybody. I mean, it is pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty impressive. A Gem Mint set 000 to 125. Every card in PSA 10. First edition new Gem Mint. Wow. $35,000. Who's got it? Who's spending? Who's buying? I don't know. Will you be the one to spend $35,000? Up to you. Up to you. Okay, so let's move on here. That's about it. Nonetheless, LOB, Blue Eyes White Dragon, anything Blue Eyes, anything LOB, scorching hot. All right, so let's take a look here. Mint gold letters, Horn of Heaven. Is this really mint? Card in excellent condition. See, you just don't know, you know. Because we're moving on to MRD now. Okay, and it's a new listing too. Interesting. Nonetheless, B Skull Dragon Asian English. I don't want any Asian English. Okay, here's something. A B Skull Dragon. We're up to $300. First edition PSA 10. B-Skull Dragon, also a card that's seen a massive rise. And as these prices go up on the sealed boxes and sealed wax, people are going to go toward the singles, you know, because everyone's like, oh my god, I can't afford Metal Raiders anymore because Metal Raiders might be $1,000 a box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy these single cards. And as you can see, these are not bad prices. Garnicia Elephantis, no one really cares about it, but for $31, not bad. And this one even better, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. I mean, $36, $40 shipped for Super and PSA 10 for Metal Raiders, and a decent fusion at that. Not terrible. Tribute to the Doom, not bad either. Harpies. Here's a PSA 9 Catapult Turtle. Somehow got $100. That's a little pricey for me. You're seeing a lot of 300s, 350s for Thousand Dragon, a lot of the $400 range for Time Wizard. This I couldn't believe. Karibo, $299. I don't know if it sold at that price. If it did, my goodness. I mean, that's got to be overpaying at this point, right? You got to be overpaying at 300, but I guess if you need that little fur ball, I don't know. B-Skull Dragon, we're seeing about 150 for the 9. Again, we're seeing around that 350 area for Thousand Dragon. Summon Skull, about 400. There's a PSA 9 right there for 100. Heavy Storm, probably around 100, maybe $80. Barrel Dragon, 180. Change of Heart, $499. 510 for a Change of Heart. Change of Heart seeing quite the change in price, going up to almost $500. Obviously, a stunning card in person, one of the greatest artworks, in my opinion, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well-deserved price of about $500. And as you're seeing here, Mirror Force about $350. That should be about that price. Should be even higher, in my opinion. It's one of the greatest traps of all time. Just groundbreaking. So we see PSA 10 Harpy Lady Sisters on in June 10th, $75. That's a deal. In my opinion, that's a deal. PSA 9 Gate Guardians. That's an Asian English one. The Kazijin I've noticed. All right, this is kind of rough because for some reason I think I sold my other Kazijin and I realized I was like, oh no, I don't have a Kazijin now for my set, and so $220. I mean, why is there a shortage of Kazijin PSA 10s? I don't know. As you can see, Karibo is just unbelievably priced. That furball is unbelievable. Anyways, Time Wizard's going off. We have Barrel Dragon. Let's see what we got here. PSA 10, $400 for that Summon Skull. 20 watchers. So there is that demand. And the only change are $9.99. My goodness, do I miss that card. I actually sold it and paying the price right now. You guys making YugiohTube pay. I don't know what's going on. How dare you, savages. Anyways, let's see what we got. Solemn Judgment also, one that's up there. We're seeing prices of, again, $350 for the Thousand Dragon. That's about it for Metal Raiders. Alright, let's see, let's take a look at the next set right here, which is Magic Ruler. Let's see what we got here. Magic Ruler, as you haven't seen my other video, one of the more populated sets in terms of PSA 10s. Serpent Knight Dragon, $120. You could see it, you know, Toon World, PSA 930. PSA 10, Toon Summon Skull, one of the more valuable cards, in my opinion, of this set. One that holds a lot of value. You know, you're only seeing 140 for 10. And again, a lot of 9s, a lot of 10s, a lot of low prices. Magic Ruler, well, even the Blue Eyes Toon at 300. It's a Blue Eyes. I mean, everything Blue Eyes is good, but even at 300, because it flooded the market so late in the game, it was already so mature by that point, and it saturated all the PSA 10 markets once everyone bought up those cases. You know, you're seeing 150 again for Toon Summon Skull. Serpent Knight around again. Serpent Knight very affordable. For what it is, but do I see value in these? Do I think these are going to go up? Spellbinding Circle at a 9 at 35. I mean, you can't beat that. But do I see this stuff going up? Toon World at 100. Maybe a little bit, yeah. I mean, this actually might be the opportunity, you know, because everything else is up, right? So all of these Magic Ruler cards, this could be the opportunity to swoop in and try and really do some damage, pick up these, well, you can. You know, everyone's trying to unload them now. And as you could see, They're all over the market. You know, they're all over the. Eventually they'll dry up, but at what point? You know, if you really don't mind, if you want to just hold it and wait and let it sift and let it just very, very, very gradually appreciate in value, might be a good option for you. If you have a lot of time and you just want to say, oh, I'll just buy these, and you're not going to really lose money, I don't think, with Magic Ruler, but you're not going to get rich off Magic Ruler for any means. But nonetheless, there could be something there. Pharaohs Servant. Let's see what we got here. Pharaohs Servant PSA. Here we go. Here we go. So we talked about this in my last video as well. Pharaohs Servant PSA 10s. Okay, we're seeing big prices. Big prices on Jinzo. Backup Soldier for $24. I mean, I know it's a card no one really wants, but $24 for a PSA 10 is not a bad option. Let's take a look here. Let's see what the Jinzo sold for. It sold for $575. $575. Jinzo First Edition. Magical Hats, a nostalgic card at $100. Goblin Attack Force, $100. Legendary Fisherman, probably around $200. PSA 9000 Eyes Restrict. Another Jinzo First Edition. PSA 9 sold for $300. That's a little bit pricey. As you can see here, it probably sold for more toward $175. 8 was around $1 to $150. Fiend Mega Cyber, another 100. Beast of Talwar, another 100. Seems to be a lot in the 100. Buster Blader. Let's see what that actually went for, because that was a card that was just, you know, very, very iconic. Let's see what we got here. Buster Blader, $330. Alright, so that's, you know, that's a big money card, as is Jinzo. Grave Robber, wow, 25 for PSA 9. That's a steal for a Grave Robber, in my opinion. This was unlimited. It says First Edition, so I saw that going off the other night. I said, what's going on here? Anyways, let's see. Nothing. A lot of Jinzos, though. You notice there are Jinzos on the market, and there is Buster Blader on the market, so something to keep an eye on, everybody. Something to watch. See that video? Maybe Pharaohs Servant, maybe Jinzo isn't the can't miss that a lot of people think it is. Maybe. It's still going to be big money, but maybe it's not going to be that huge, super-duper force that everyone thinks it might be. And then this is coming from someone, me, that has a Jinzo in PSA 10, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, everybody, but, you know, that's the deal. Nonetheless, let's see here. Let's move on to Labyrinth of Nightmare. Labyrinth of Nightmare. We have the Masked Beast from Gem Mint Pokemon. Oh man, what's going on, dude? Gem Mint Pokemon. Virus protection? Nah. Anyways, let's see what we get here. So he's got his Masked Beast up there for a decent chunk of change. First edition Gemini Elf, 175. A couple of these are mine in PSA 9s, PSA 8s. PSA 8 Masked Beast sold for 43. That's a lot, yeah. The Revival Gem. What is the Revival Gem selling for? I can't see it being too much. I want to know. I was going to go buy it, but I was like, you know, I have to find out what Revival Jam is going for. At least this one, what it sold for. A lot from Strictly Graded here. This is by no means an endorsement to Mr. Strictly Graded Instagram. What's going on? It was accepted at 180, so in my opinion, that was way, way overpriced. Magic Cylinder at a 10 at 122. Population 107 at that point in May. That's a steal, let's be honest. Not too much LON stuff graded, though. As you notice, the newer the sets, the less stuff is graded. But then again, we just went through Magic Ruler and Pharaohs Servant, two of the more populated sets and saturated sets on the market. So, interesting to see how this goes. Destiny board is always one. Wow, there's 2 PSA 10s from Card House. Interesting. LOD first. Now, let's see. PSA 10, because we're not going to do... Okay. 9s here. We're looking more at 10s, but you know, yeah, let's see 9s. There's gonna be a lot of 9s. PSA 8 for $10 for Read the Matchless General. Here's a PSA 10 twin-headed behemoth. Not a bad buy, actually, at $70. They're tough to get centered, these things. Dark Will of Hades or Hadas. Spear Dragon, that's 60 is a good price. This was wild. Now, I don't know if this was shielded or, but it was $351 for 3 of the ultra rares. Last turn, Yamada and the Yamada Dragon and Hinokaku Tushi? Hinokaku Tushushi. Whatever. That sold for 351 for the 3 cards, about 150 a pop. You can see there's demand. There is a big demand for anything LOD. We have some PSA 9s, Tyrant Dragon, PSA 8 Injection Fairy Lily, $80. This one was a big one. $500. $500 for a Yatagarasu. Unbelievable. Yatagarasu, $500. Wow. Wow. But then again, it makes sense, you know, because even Yatagarasu was one of the more ugly centered cards. And look at the centering on this bad boy. This bad bird, I guess I should say. This raven. It is $500. Wow. What a price. There's a gem mint. That was mine, actually. Reinforcement of the army for $70. Here's a PSA 9 Injection Fairy Lily at $103. But as you can see here, there's some GX cards down there. If you like the GX area, you're going to want to tune into another video. I think I'm going to do another one separately for just the GX fans out there. Taking a look here, Dark Ruler of Hades or Hades, $249. If you want these LOD cards, they're not going to pop up that often. So if you're looking to complete sets, no matter what it is, here's a PSA 10 Injection Fairy Lily for $1,000. Realistic value, everybody. The last one that sold, I think it was around the $500, $550 range. Okay, so realistically, as of this video, the last price of an Injection Fairy Lily that has sold, and it was very recently, was around, I believe it was $5 to $550. Okay, that's what that is. So expect to pay about $550 for an Injection Fairy Lily market price at this point. Okay. Let's see here. There's the Ghost Rare Honest. Yeah, these Yadas these are beautiful. I do want one of those. I will not lie. I do like it. Let's do some Pharaonic Guardian. PSA 10 Lava Golem. Not the greatest. Wow, this wasn't centered too well. And that did get a 10 top to bottom. So there you go. There's the inconsistencies. With PSA and any grading company, Beckett, whatever it might be. PSA 9 for $12.50. This was a shock. A PSA 10 sold for $100. Great Dizard, $107. Bizar Shock even sold. A couple of commons for $10. The Gravekeeper's cards. Mirage of Nightmare. As you can see here, we're not seeing the big money cards, because why would someone grade the lesser cards? Even the PSA 9s aren't moving. The PSA 10s aren't really moving. Pharaonic Guardian has kind of stagnated, at least on the single market. Let's travel here to Magician's Force, where we got a lot going on. We have a load going on, and it's going to start right here, actually. I didn't really plan for any of this. I'm just kind of talking on the fly. And as you can see, alternate art Dark Paladin. This is going to need a separate video on its own. It really is. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but near mint. Okay. You are seeing... I don't know why. When you were asking $1,000, and you say near mint, why is it near mint? This is why I like graded cards, because, I mean, it looks good. Everything about it looks good, right? But you don't know. I mean, centering left to right is off as well. Nonetheless, in my opinion, one of the holy grails of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let's see what we got sold. Near mint to mint Dark Paladin, $90. Here's a PSA 9 Breaker for $75. PSA 9 Dark Paladin, this just sold. I just checked it. $1.1 thousand. Corrected artwork. $1.1 thousand. A 7.5 Dark Magician Girl, $317. A 7.5, everybody. I mean, this is crazy. Beckett 8, $305. Even Chaos Command Magician is selling. Magician's Force on an absolute tear. If you have any Magician's Force cards, I mean, my goodness, you are doing well for yourself. It's $150 for the Chaos Command Magician. Another corrected art. I just want to see how the condition we need. A small imprint, and it's still sold for a high dollar amount. You know, we've already made it this far, right? Let's see what that dollar amount was. What do we got? What do we got? $650. All right, so that seems like a relative steal compared to. And there's another one. This is an 8. They want $13.99. Oy, oy, oy. As you could see here, Beckett 9, 480, Beckett 9, 510. Let's see, that's Japanese. And here we go. Here we start the madness. One of the biggest risers with blue eyes, and the Dark Paladin, okay, is going to be, of course, as everyone knows, the emergence of Dark Magician Girl at $1,900. Almost $2,000 for a PSA 10 Dark Magician Girl. $2,000, everybody. Wow. Just wow. Wow, oh wow. Let's see this again. Look at it. Almost $2,000. Let's see what we got here. And this card was... When I made my first market watch, I think I actually said it was $800 Dark Magician Girl. $800. And people thought back then, people thought back then when I said $800, they say, you're just pumping yours up. You're pumping your Dark Magician Girl up, saying it's worth $800. It ain't worth $800. That's what I've been told. You know, what is it, 8 months later, almost a year later, we're at $1.9 thousand. I don't know. Sounds like it to me. If someone would have bought it at $800, they would have had a steal back then. Nonetheless, let's see, Dark Paladin. Paladin is always going to be one of those huge cards. I don't know what's going on with Spell Canceller. I mean, I think that's just like a fluky deal. Here's the Dark Paladin. Near mint. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, you don't. Yeah, one of the biggest risers, of course, is the Dark Magician Girl, for sure. 125%. And, of course, Dark Paladin, one of the hottest, rarest cards on the market. So, very, very interesting. MFC skyrocketing. Skyrocketing. Alright, let's move on to DCR. We're going to go to Ancient Sanctuary, and we're going to call it a night here. DCR. Let's see. PSA. We see a lot of 10 Gem Mint Vampire Lords. We got some Exodia Necrosses here, a PSA 9, Reflect Bounders, and that's about it, actually. Surprisingly, as you can see, wow, apparently Exodia showed up. First edition PSA 10 set for $4,500. All 10s, huh? Newly great. Oh, this one's a 9. Why are you saying 10? Why are you saying 10? I'm sorry, I was just backtracking here. Oh, guys, everybody, please read the description. Look at the photos. Make sure you're buying the right stuff, because these people, I don't know why you wouldn't put 9 in there as well. Misleading to me. Anyways, Vampire Lord, what do we got? Guardian Seal sold for $100. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Even Contract with Exodia as a 9 sold for $32 shipped. Exodia Necros, let's take a look at that. That was mine, I think. 280 for a 10. 185 for a 10. And there was another one from PWCC that sold not too long ago, for around the $200 range. I think it came with a Master Collection one as well. Reflect Bounder 130. Skull Archfiend Lightning 130. A very underrated card, Skull Archfiend and Lightning. Yeah, it has no competitive play. Never did. But it's Summon Skull with Lightning coming out. I mean, let's... No, this is a better picture. Oh, man, I can't... Tell me I can't... Come on. No, huh? Shucks. I really want to make this like a thumbnail. I really do. I mean, it's cool. No. Let's see, let's try this one. No. Alright, I'm going to give it like 5 more shots. And if not... Jeez. Oh, this one's cool. Ultra Parallel Rare. Yeah, that's awesome. Look at this. I mean, that's such awesome artwork. I want this as a PSA 10. I used to have it, and I sold it, and now I kind of do want this again. And it's so cheap, everybody. It's very undervalued, actually, in my opinion. Let's see what this Vampire Lord 9 sold for. It sold for a total of $90 for a PSA 9. How about that? And a PSA 9 Necros. So you're seeing about Necros at about 200 to 300, okay? Maybe more toward 200 right now, but it has hit $380 for a 9. That's a fair price. Let's see. Here's a first print. That's a PSA 9 first printing Zodiac. There's just so many options out here. We're backtracking. Alright, nonetheless, Skull Arching the Lightning. A very cool card. Cost down. That actually sold for a decent amount of money. Pop 2. And these are selling as well. I mean, just curious to see what the cost down sold for. And then, because these are super rares. I mean, these shouldn't be flying off the shelves by any means. The virtual shelves. And that was selling for 60. Wow, for a different dimension dragon, huh? Interesting. Mudora. How much was this one going for? Only 2 people saw it. 70. Wow. Yeah, it's hard to justify that price, honestly. And this one, cost down. What did it cost the buyer? Cost the buyer $100 for cost down. Okay, let's move on here to Ancient Sanctuary, and what we're going to do here is go into the other stuff, the tournament packs, the retro packs in a separate video, and then we're going to go into GX in a separate video, and then we are going to probably also have a booster box just analysis in another video for you as well. But these are going to kind of be spread out a little bit. I don't think I'm going to make it today. Nonetheless, let's get this one out of the way, this AST. Okay, I did this. To me, I mean, it's hard to see this card being sold for $79.99. Someone just paid $70 for a different dimension dragon. Why is no one paying $80 for this? I mean, this is Blue Eyes. This is the original Burst Stream of Destruction. Yes, it has been reprinted several times, but this is Blue Eyes. This is what you want, you know? This is exactly what you're looking for. I don't understand why that one is so low. And I actually think I have a 9 here. Yeah, this is my 9. Okay. And it doesn't even go for $40, you know, which is sad. Here's both of the secrets for 88. I mean, AST, Ancient Sanctuary, a tough set to sell. It's a tough one. It's not a big demand. Blowback Dragon for $199 here. You're not seeing much graded. Dark Magic Attack is an interesting one. Dark Magic Attack and Burst Stream of Destruction, aka White Lightning Attack, they're undervalued, in my opinion. They really are. So that's going to be my little spiel on the good stuff in Ancient Sanctuary. Also, Enemy Controller. Guys, take a look at Enemy Controller. Undervalued as well from AST. Nonetheless, that will do it, everybody. Next video coming up, what do you want? Do you want GX? Do you want tournament packs and retro packs in a separate video? Do you want the sealed booster box values and sealed packs values? Because they have been on the rise too, and that's why we're seeing those big prices on all these other sets. Actually, we forgot something. We forgot the biggest of the big ones. We forgot Invasion of Chaos, didn't we? I don't know how we forgot this. A unlimited PSA 10 Chaos Emperor Dragon. I was just about to wrap this up, but no, I have to cover Invasion of Chaos. A PSA 8 Blackluster Soldier, $150. It's a PSA 9, $225. All right. PSA 9 Chaos Emperor Dragon, PSA 9, $200. PSA 650. I mean, just look at these prices here. PSA 10 Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, $500. $440 as well on auction. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. Invader of Darkness, interesting. I mean, the big three, $685 for a Chaos Emperor Dragon. Even Dimension Fusion, you're seeing sales. Black Tyranno, you're seeing sales. The big three in PSA 9, Blackluster Soldier, Dark Magician of Chaos, Chaos Emperor Dragon, $800 in 9s. Okay, a 10 Dark, what is it? Mirror Force. Dark Mirror Force, $250. $250. Here's a 10 Dark Magician of Chaos. I don't see many of those popping up here. A lot of the other stuff. Even a 10 Insect Queen, or Insect Princess is still selling. So, I mean, it is unbelievable. And as you could see here, $600 are best offer for Blackluster Soldier in 10. 32 watchers, 15 watching on $700 on a Chaos Emperor Dragon in PSA 10. And of course you have just this Dark Magician Chaos in a 10 here as well. Probably the least valuable of the three, but it's still big money. And as we look here, PSA 9s is about $200. These are big money cards. Let's just see what these things sold for. Let's look. PSA 9. It's first edition. Chaos Emperor Dragon. First edition. PSA 9. We're looking at 300. That's overpriced. I assume. I assume that's got to be overpriced. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? And a PSA 10, because if a PSA 9 sold for that much, a 10's got to be close to 600. PSA 10, 650. You know, 650. So, here's another PSA 10. Oh, no, that was the same one. So, PSA 10 Chaos Emperor Dragon, $650. $650 big ones. All right, and we have Invader of Darkness, PSA 10, $150. The other secret, that was only in blister retail packs. And we have Dimensional Fusion. I was shocked this one actually sold, so let's just take a gander. Take a gander what this sold for. That one sold for $300. That's insane. That's overpriced, in my opinion. I mean, I don't care if it's pop 1, pop 2. And then finally, Dark Magician of Chaos and a PSA 10. What do we got? This sold back in May for $350. So it's looking like Dark Magician of Chaos, from IOC, the big three, Dark Magician of Chaos will set you back $350 or so. Blackluster Soldier, about $500, maybe a tad more than that, maybe around $500. And then Chaos Emperor Dragon looking about $600 to $700. So for all three combined, you're talking about $1,500 worth of cards. $12 to $1,500. $12 to $1,500 for the big three from IOC PSA 10. So until next time, YuGiOhTube signing out. We're going to have some Retro Pack, Tournament Pack special. Also, we're going to look into a GX kind of as a special video as well. This has hit 41 minutes, so unbelievable amount of content for you guys just to listen in and watch and see what's going on the market. This will be a great watch if you, you know, are looking at seeing what's going on in the market and in the future. If you like it, leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. YuGiOhTube signing out until next time.